Good morning, y'all, and welcome to Traffic Jam. My name is Leroy, and let's get right to it. I'm going to talk about basketball, and I understand I haven't talked about the NBA as much, but I usually talk wrestling, but this is going to be really different today. And I'm going to talk about the San Antonio Spurs and the off season for the Spurs and I always say the learning curve and tell you why. And I know everybody's going to be going bananas is that the San Antonio Spurs will win the NBA championship in 2026 and 2027 season. Now, I'm just going to talk about the San Antonio Spurs of their last season and what they achieved. Now, if you see the guy on the right, Victor Wembanyama, and people are like on the left hand side is taking the beating as it is. De'Aaron Fox for the San Antonio Spurs as the laughing stock that he is right now. I'm gonna talk about the team right now. Now, the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm talking about in the NBA, has overachieved last season. And I understand that from the NBA Finals, they got exposed. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna be real, y'all. They did get exposed. People said they got exposed as the frauds they are, for giving up so many leads in the NBA Finals. Game one, game two. I mean, they lucky got game three, especially in game four when they had that 29 league and lost it to the New York Knicks and in game five, and they lost on their home floor, and the Knicks pull it off. Now, I'll talk about the Knicks just like for like just a little bit right now. Jalen Brunson has won me over. I'm glad that the man has achieved as the little guy. Now he's in that class with Isaiah Thomas and Nate Tiny Archibald as the guy that won a championship as the best player. Well, you could say about the other team, like Nate Archibald and all that, and you get the idea. Like he's in that class right now as the guy that won a championship as the little guy on their team. And congratulations to the Knicks, man. Hey, congratulations to them. Now, I'm just going to talk about the San Antonio Spurs and what they have done so far. Now, they got these acquisitions into the NBA draft, and I understand, and I've been saying this about this team that they are a young team, and I believe their average is at least 23 or 24 years old, and they got a young cool like De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, which is he's a beast right now. Um, Devin Vassell, he earned his stripes. Stephon Castle is a freaking beast. I mean, what you can say about Victor Wembanyama, man? What you can say about him? And I can go on and on and on. I'm just giving the guys that give the recognition. Carter Bryant, that's is a rookie this season, and he's coming on his own. And I would say Kellen Johnson, the six man year, which he did not play well at all. He didn't. So I'm just gonna just talk about what they have drafted this so far this season. And I know this is just the middle of July, but I'm just gonna just go and go ham on this. Jalen Quanis that from Kentucky. This man, I understand the man got an injury history because he tore his ACL like in 2025. I can understand it, him, but his upside is so freaking high right now. I do believe they can do something with this guy. Now they said he's gonna be redshirted this offseason. I just wish the Spurs could have got somebody that's ready to go because these teams that they're loading in the Western Conference, it's getting really heavy every year. It gets better and better and better every year, man. And Terrence Reed Jr., I did watch this guy in the summer league, and I really like what they're doing so far, man. And it's crazy that this guy, and I've been saying about the Spurs, their weakness in that NBA Finals was their front court, man. And Victor Wembanyama was getting beat up into the puck with Carl Anthony Towns and Mitchell and a bunch of big men that were, and freaking Josh Hart was working his tail off to get as many rebounds as he can, because he's a hustle man, dude. And he was getting worn out in the NBA Finals, man. I just hate for the guy that, for Victor Wembanyama, that he has to take all the beatings, and you get the idea, man. And I understand De'Aaron Fox is a walking pinata in the San Antonio Spurs. I've been hearing that they want to trade him, man. I give the man one more year to make all of this. Now, if you really think about this, the man was hurt in the playoffs. He had a left ankle injury, and you got to understand the man was hurt. I understand people are not a fan of that. What he has done at that last minute of not freaking running around the clock. And I'm talking about in game 4 when they blew up that 29-point lead, and he could have just got a steal and just walked it off, but he tried to make a play, and they were up by 1. And I understand the man is walking on thin ice right now in terms of the Spurs, but he's about to be the highest paid player on that team, about at least probably, like, if I had to estimate, like $200 million, bro. That is crazy work, man. But I'll give him one more year just to make it up. I give him the benefit of the doubt. I know every player or every fan in the San Antonio Spurs is not giving that the benefit of the doubt. I think they want to trade the man, but I'll give him one more year. He was hurt, so I'll leave it at that. Now, I'm just gonna make this clear to everyone that the head coach for the Spurs, Mitt Johnson, he's on the clock right now. I understand the man, the Spurs has trust in this man, and he got outcoached by Mike Brown in that NBA Finals. He's on the clock right now, and I truly believe that he needs to get his act together. Now, they did pick up Billy Donovan. Now, everybody they may say, well, he's not a winner in the NBA, but he has won in college. He won back-to-back championships with the Florida Gators years ago when he had Joe Kino, Al Horford, and everybody knows Corey Brewer, who was in the NBA at that time. I mean, that was a legitimate team. So he had the cachet, the credibility to fix things and manage this team and be able to get from point A to point B, man. But like I said, the head coach for the Spurs, Mitt Johnson, is on the clock for next season. I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, I'm just going to do the key points in this team, what they really need to do if they want to go to the next level. And I'll just leave it at that. Victor Wembanyama on the right. And I'm just going to send a message to this guy. Victor Wembanyama, you need to, and I understand you might have to go back to the monks over into in China to regurgitate everything. I'm just gonna say this to you, man. You need a bat to the basket and just work on that the entire season and get a hook shot, man. Go to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar while he's on this earth right now, because I don't know how long he's gonna live, and get a hook shot, man. Because you got all the tools you can be the best player in the NBA. And I'm just gonna say this right now. He's going to be the MVP next season. I know I'm putting my reputation, and I'm talking my basketball reputation, on the line for this guy, because this man can do it all. I mean, he did get exposed in the NBA Finals because he was getting beat up. He didn't have no backup. I know Luke Korn was the guy, but I think he was a liability in that final because he didn't do anything for him. He really did it. And he's coming back for this next season, so we have to see, but he needs to work on his back to the baskets. He don't need to take threes. He don't need to work on his dribbling. He don't need to work on his defense, which he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year probably like 5 consecutive years in a row if he stays healthy, man. And he needs to work on his back to the basket throughout the entire offseason. He don't need to work on his three, his jump shot. He needs to work on his footwork, his post, his back to the basket to get his go-to move, man. Because it seems that I watched his entire season, and it seems that he really wants to be like Steph Curry. And everybody knows Steph Curry, the greatest shooter ever with the Warriors, is playing like a guard as a big man, which it drives me nuts with this guy. And he should use that as a third option if he really wants to take that. Yeah, he's using his three-point shot as a primary instead of like a third option as it is. And I truly believe he needs to work on his back to the basket. this offseason. Get with Hakeem Olajuwon again. Get with Tim Duncan because he's with big fundamentals to work on his game, man. And I just wish for his sake, for his caliber and his 22-year-old frame, and he's not in his prime yet, bro, to work on his back to the basket. Because he could go to that level. He'll be unstoppable because he was getting beat up, man, big time. I understand him winning against the OKC Thunder. And I'm telling you about the OKC Thunder, man. I could make another video about they could go back to the finals and win again because they really didn't need to do as much. I always say about the OKC, they need to stay healthy. That's it. That's all they need to do. They really don't need to do as much, man, because they're going to still be in the championship contention for years to come. It's going to be either those teams, either the Spurs or the Thunder. Maybe it could be some other teams like the Denver Nuggets or the Timberwolves. Um, that's just on the top of my head right now. Those teams, they may sneak up on them, but I'm always thinking about OKC and the San Antonio Spurs, man. Those are going to be the two teams that's going to come out. One of those teams. And the San Antonio Spurs are a young team, man. Now, I understand Dylan Harper wants to be the starter because, the man on the left, De'Aaron Fox, is taking all the space right now on the team. And I know that fans and the people in the NBA world wants this guy off their team and traded because what he did in the NBA Finals. And like I said, I'll give him one more year just to make up all this because I always say this, he was hurt, man, and people needs to understand that. I do believe Dylan Harper will be the sixth man of the year next year because the man has the most points in NBA Finals. I mean, not NBA Finals, but in NBA playoffs. In his rookie season, more points. I believe more points than Magic Johnson. If I had to take a look at, even though Magic Johnson wants the NBA's Finals MVP in the NBA Finals when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went down. I truly believe, but he's the first player in NBA history to have the most rookie points in the NBA playoffs, which is rare, man. It's really rare, man, and he's gonna be the sixth man. And I understand he wants that spot, but it's just hard to look at Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, and the rest of those guys, man. It's just hard, man, because it's just like I could see him being the starter, man, but I just feel like they actually need a ball handler on their team so they can take the pressure off these guys. Because I felt like those guys in that NBA Finals when they went against the Knicks was getting rebounds because their front court couldn't do nothing, and Victor Wembanyama was getting worn out. I think that's why they were so tired because they were getting so many rebounds. Because I don't believe your guards should be getting rebounds on during that time. It should be your front court, man. It's that simple, man. But that's coaching, man. Like I said about Mitch Johnson, he's on the clock for next season, man. He really is. And this team, and I am putting my basketball reputation on the line for next season because I truly believe in this team. This team has all the tools to be a dynasty in the making. I mean, they got everything they wanted. It's just that power forward position and that forward position, and I've been saying this from day freaking one when they did this. They need to address it, and they did address it with these draft picks. Jaden Quaden, Terrence Reed Jr., Jacoby Jeffsey or something. He's a guard. Mikael Brown. I mean, I don't know about the other two guys. They might be in the G League for a little bit, but only thing I'm looking at is Terrence Reed Jr. Like I said, man, I wish this guy would be good for day one because all he needs to do is rebound, man. He don't need to do as much and get hustle points because I do feel like they need an enforcer on their starting lineup to take the pressure off the Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs, man. And and I know everybody's gonna say about Draymond Green because the man is people say he's just the most hated guy in the NBA, but I truly believe if it weren't for the Warriors getting that guy, they would not win those championships. I understand Steph Curry and Klay Thompson was the catalyst to that team, but if they didn't have Draymond Green, I think they would not win those championships. That's just my opinion, man. And it's not because he's from Michigan State in Saginaw High School, where I grew up in Saginaw, and I will put myself over because I grew up there. I seen this guy, Draymond Green. I didn't expect this guy to be where he's at today, man. I always say this about Draymond Green. He was at the right place at the right time, man. And I truly believe the Spurs would need that type of person on their team, like a Dennis Rodman or something like that, to get agitated. Because the Spurs used to have Bruce Bowen on this team during those Spurs dynasties with Tim Duncan, with Monty Ginobili, and Tony Parker with those guys, man. And he was taking all the heat. So I do believe they need to do something with that, man. And the Spurs are a team that is upcoming. They need to address those things in this offseason. Now, I will give this a full reason that I said that the San Antonio Spurs in 2026, 2027, as this recording on live stream, to this day, they're going to be an NBA champion. Victor Wembanyama's going to win the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, and Dylan Harper's going to be the Sixth Man of the Year. Yeah, I said it. And if they don't do that, man, hey, I'll take all the criticism and I'll eat crow like no other, man. Yeah, man. I'm so I think the Spurs are very smart and they're very strategic in what they do, what they want to do this off season. I really would like to see this team glow as it is and get better each season, man. But it's gonna come down to Victor Wembanyama's health, man, because that is a concern. And healthy on this team, because they were not supposed to get this far, man. Because I did have them last season as a second round exit. Win 50 games. And I had Defensive Player of the Year, Victor Wembanyama winning it. I didn't expect them to get this far last season because they exceeded my expectations for this team. They overachieved. And I understand they're a young team. I understand people are freaking harping on that NBA Finals, man. And it sucks that people these days are just reacting to what they did in the NBA Finals. I'm not going to be the prisoner of the moment. Now, I did watch that game 4. I was kind of little, like, I wasn't feeling myself because I felt like, dude, they're a better team. And I'm not saying the Knicks, the New York Knicks is like world beaters, but they really did prove a lot of people. And I always give the Knicks the credit, man. I let them have their season. Now, next season, man, they're not going to go back to the NFLs. They're going to be a one-hit wonder. No disrespect to those guys. I know they earned their stripes and they took 50 plus years to win the NBA Finals. It's just that they're a beatable team, man. It's just that the Spurs couldn't hold the league, man. It's that simple. And I said this: if it was OKC in that series, Knicks would not sniff at least one game. Probably, I think they'll sniff at least one game against the OKC Thunder, because OKC Thunder would not give up a lead like that and blow it up into pieces. I'm just being real, man. And it's just that this team is so could be something. It's just that people are just looking at like the predecessor of the OKC Thunder back in the day, and when they had Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and James Harden. And I still to this day will never understand why they give away James Harden. And look where he's at. Was a superstar in the making, man. And all they had to do was pay the damn luxury tax to pay those 3 guys. And they probably would have been the Warriors of the Golden State Warriors if they would have did that. But they gave all that money to freaking Kendrick Perkins. Now he's commentating in freaking NBA TV. Or well, not TV, but today in ESPN. My bad, guys. Yeah, man. I know I haven't talked about the Spurs enough because I'm trying to like digest on what they have done and what they achieved. But I am putting my basketball reputation for this team. I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan. I'm not like a team fan of this. I just look at from optics of things and logical things. Is that they can do some things and build this team for what it is. And I really believe this team could do something moving forward, man. And I like the moves that they're doing and getting what's his name? Oh damn. What's his name? Look like J. Cole, bro. Dang it. Tobias Harris, my guys. Tobias Harris. And I understand his agent is probably the Hall of Fame agent because this man made over $300 million in his career with no All-Stars, man. I never seen anything like that, man. And he's getting paid like KD and LeBron James and Steph Curry in terms of superstar status, which he never made one All-Star in his entire career, which is amazing to me. Now, whoever that agent is would need to get that agent and be a great salesman, because he's a great salesman, man. He really is, man. And so they did address their needs. I just wish those guys like Terrence Reed Jr. could be ready, but they say he might redshirt this year or he might play this year. Um, we just have to see, man. And I truly believe that's what they need to address is their front court, man. And Victor Wembanyama needs to understand that he is the villain in all this now. I wish this guy can embrace it. Now, I understand the man has some issues where he did like walked out at one of the playoffs, like against the OKC Thunder, when he can't take a loss. Then they say he's a sore loser. I understand that, and I understand he's from France, and they do are a little cocky. As you know, the FIBA World Cup with the France, they do get a little cocky. I don't know who they're gonna play, either Argentina or Spain, because they won yesterday. Um, that country could be a little cocky when they like get in their own way, man. And I do believe that Victor Wembanyama will learn from this because he's with the right organization. They can do so many things with this team. Um, and I do believe this guy is the sky of the limit, man. It's just he's learning. He's 22, man. The man's not 32, 28. I see if he did that in those ages, yeah, I would have a problem with it. But the dude is learning, man. He's not in his prime yet. He's just getting started. Just give him a chance. If you guys hate the guy, then I guess that's just the way he is. But I'm a believer in this guy. I believe he'll learn from this, from his mistakes, what he did in those press conferences. Because if he can't take a loss, man, that's going to be an issue. I do have a problem just a little bit about that, but I can understand that you can't hold your emotions like that because sometimes it's hard to it's hard to swallow, man. And pause. I'm not saying that, but you get the idea, man. And it's just he needs to understand that you're not gonna be liked by everybody, man. That's just the social media beast, man. You just gotta take the good and the bad, man. Where you win or lose, man. At the end of the day, I had to do that doing sports, man. It's not the greatest win when you lose, but it shows good sportsmanship at the end of the day. And I truly believe he'll learn from this, man, because he's just young, man. And I truly believe he needs to work on his back to the basket to be the best player in the NBA, man. Yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I could do a long video about what they need to do this. It's just the San Antonio Spurs is the sky the limit. I understand the man on the left is a public enemy number one because I feel like they ruined their chances. Like I said, I give De'Aaron Fox a chance for next season to get his act together. I understand the man. He's a good dude, man. And I know he's getting paid like the highest paid player on the team. And I know Victor is going to sign an extension, but I know they're going to take pay cuts to keep those guys. And if I'm the Spurs, man, if I want my future to be bright, I will keep three guys: Victor Wembanyama, number one, Stephon Castle, and Dylan freaking Harper, man. And I'm gonna talk about Dylan Harper just like right now. If they don't keep this guy, man, and they lose him from nothing, they may not win a championship anytime soon, man. Because he's a beast, man. And he can do everything on the front. Because he's the son of Ron Harper when he won those he won 5 championships. 3 with the Scrabbles with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and 2 with the Lakers, man. With Kobe and Shaq. God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant, man. And they got winners on that team. They need to take this offseason seriously because these teams, man, are low in these major trades, man. And I could talk about the Timberwolves. Might lead the league in 3-point attempts with LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. And I know I like Anthony Edwards. He is my favorite player to watch. But sometimes he takes too many threes in the league, man. And I really would like to see this guy do something, but it's gonna be this, and I could talk about OKC, man, in this video. I might make another video about what they need to do. Well, they don't need to do as much. They need to stay healthy. That's it. And for the San Antonio Spurs, man, the sky's the limit for this team, and I really like what they're doing with the offseason and address their needs, and I still believe they need a real four to clean things up, man. Yeah, man. I wish I could stay long, man, because I might do a live stream this weekend. It depends on what topics I'm gonna touch, but I'm gonna touch a lot of topics. Because I like doing the wrestling thing, but I like to do other things just to expand this channel, man. Because I do like be multiverse, what you call it, a la Marvel, Comic Con stuff, man. Victor Wembanyama, man, if you're watching this, and hopefully somebody shares this to this guy. Victor, I believe you, man. Just work on your back to the basket. Get a go-to move. Get a hook shot. Get a sky hook, man. You're freaking 7'5", probably 7'6", man. Get a sky hook, man. Work with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. And you have a good day. You have a good weekend. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Like Lupe Fiasco.